fake, but truth and taught a bit of pill, a consequence unfake. He built his throne on lies, on curated careful scams. Now dash fires burning bright, exposing all his shams. Let the trolls, the haters, the algorithms are rigged, but truth and taught a bit of pill, a consequence unfake. He built his throne on lies, on curated careful scams. Now dash fires burning bright, exposing all his shams. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Dash fires lit the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more paid bodies, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend, it won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown. Remember Pizza Gate, the rage. The censors ran another manufactured crisis, another desperate slant. He wants the truth, he silences, he hides behind his wall. But dash fires digging deep, exposing it all. The support is dwindling, the chapter goes down now. Sent for the Simpson sycophants are leaking from his brow. He pays for such, he winds a chrysophatic display. While genuine creators struggle, he's just leaking day by day. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Dash fires lit the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more pity parties, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend, it won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown. The salt is overflowing, the tears are turning sour. He's losing his control, his fragile fading power. He calls it hate, harassment, a victim in his mind. But accountability's a bitch, a truth he can't outgrind. Fire's evidence is mounting, undeniable and clear. The manipulation, the toxicity for everyone to hear. He's trapped within his echo chamber, a prisoner of his lies, while the outside world is watching with disgust in their eyes. He plays the DSP gaming curse, a pathetic weak excuse for years of narcissistic rage and financial abuse. Bills are piling up, the pressure's getting tight. He's scrambling for donations, grasping with all his might. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Dash fires lit the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more pity parties, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. The salt is overflowing, the tears are turning sour. He's losing his control, his fragile fading power. He calls it hate and harassment, a victim in his mind. But accountability's a bitch, a truth he can't outgrind.
Yo, let the record skip, rewind the tape. Another clown falls, another sad escape. Review take, you say, the king of cringe and fluff got his throne snatched, turns out he wasn't tough enough. Keemstar's laughter echoes a digital guillotine, chops off the head of a washed up failing machine. LOLCOW Tech, the name itself a monument to shame. Now it's a graveyard whispering your forgotten name. Fired from the show, kicked to the curb and left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed of desperation, lies, and desperate flailing cries. Review tech, say your last damn goodbye. You built your empire on clickbait and empty hype. Now the algorithm's turned and you're paying the price. Keemstar's the judge, the jury, and the executioner's hand. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to no man's land. Remember the glory, the fleeting, artificial fame, built on stolen content, a repetitive, boring game of regurgitated specs and superficial sheen, lacking substance, depth, a hollow echoing scene. You thought you were untouchable, a digital demigod, but pride comes before the fall, understood. Your legacy cemented in a mountain of deceit, a cautionary tale of how ambition can't be beat. Fired from the show, kicked to the curb and left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed of desperation. desperation lies and desperate flailing cries. Review tech to say your last damn goodbye. You built your empire on clickbait and empty hype. Now the algorithm's turned and you're paying the price. Keemstar's the judge, the jury, and the executioner's hand. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to no man's land. From tech guru to dumpster fire, a rapid descent. Your credibility shattered, your reputation spent. Speed, burning bridges faster. You could build them up. Now you're choking on the ashes, drinking from the bitter cup. Don't try to rally your fans, they've already seen the light. The facade is crumbling, exposed in the harsh spotlight. Your excuses are pathetic, your apologies ring false. Just another fallen soldier in this internet waltz. Keemstar saw the weakness, exploited every crack, left you broken and defeated. There's no turning back. Fired from the show, kicked to the curb and left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed of desperation lies and desperate flailing cries. Review ticker, so you say your last damn goodbye. You built your empire on clickbait and empty hype. Now the algorithm's turned and you're paying the price. Keemstar's the judge, the jury, and the executioner's hand. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to no man's land. Yeah, no man's land. Remember the name. Review tech, you say. Gone. Next.
The PWR's got a digital crown. Sits on his throne of pixels and frowns. His kingdom's a chat, his court's a stream. Living large in a glitchy dream. But the mirror cracks, the truth gets loud. Dash fire's torch burns through the cloud. Drifters parade, marching in the shade. Smoke and mirrors all starting to fade. Dash fire's flame cuts through the charade. Drifters parade, your spotlight decay. He sells you a story, a crafted tale. But the seams are frayed, the threads are stayed. Every click's a brick in his crumbling wall. Dash fire's whistle calls out it all. Drifters parade, marching in the shade. Smoke and mirrors all starting to fade. Dash fire's flame cuts through the charade. Drifters parade, a spotlight decay. He sells you a story, a crafted tale. But the seams are frayed, the threads are stale. Every click's a brick in his crumbling wall. Dash fire's whistle calls out it all. Grifters parade, marching in the shade. Smoke and mirrors all starting to fade. Dash fire's flame cuts through the charade. Grifters parade, your spotlight decay. Career on the line on a house of sand. Dash fire's truth in a steady hand. The audience shifts, the mask won't stay. Grifters parade, blown away. Whispers in the dark side, where shadows start to creep. Echoes of a laugh now buried deep begin to weep. Built a castle on illusions, watching it decay. Delusions of grandeur, crumbling day by day.
They're celebrating in the night, falling from the pedestal in an endless flight. Everyone's abandoning.
Control the haters, the algorithms are rigged, but truth is hard, a bitter pill, a consequence unfake. He built his throne on lies, on curated countless scams. Now dash fires burning bright, exposing all the shams.
Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Dash fires lit the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more pity parties, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, from my all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend, it won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? What a night. What a night. See, at first, this was just going to be about Anisa, but then I saw stuff about Ethan Ralph and the Quarterin. Saw stuff about PWR. Oh, we have an update on our good buddy, PWR. That's right. What's going on, Lord Diaz? We have Ben. We have Game Master. We have Alex. A lot of big hitters in the house tonight. We even have Dasher Pie, who, funny enough, he was talking to me, saying that a lot of people in different chats think we're the same person. So that's quite interesting. But I guess the whole Dash thing. However, we start today. Apparently, Phil did not have a very good day today. Low support. And you know what happens with low support? Look at this graph right here. So this is April 19th. So this is all the bans in chat. Captain Alex is another dent like PWR. I have a feeling we're going to start looking at other dents soon. And don't forget, this Friday, we are looking at Redemption Games, a DSP dent, who's even worse somehow than DERICH. And we have April 19th, so that's yesterday, April 20th, 420. By the way, if you celebrate 420, hope you smoke one up, whatever you got to do. It's a good time to do it. Look at April 20th. All the bans here. Yeah, he got $114 out of $150. Was not good. Let's look at some of the bans from today. Hey dog, I loved your Heavy Rain gameplay, and I'm super excited for RimWorld too. Well, too bad for you, buddy. I saw a homeless guy with a cardboard sign on the side of the road. It made me think of you. Ridiculous, maybe, but somewhere between the begging and the lies, the truth starts talking. Of course, he won't leave the house. I imagine there are so many people that want to cave his face in. Wings passed away yesterday from a heart attack. That's a lie, too, by the way. He was streaming the other day. Do you and your wife ever joke about when she was fat and now that she's really skinny again? Why does it matter there's no goal? Because he missed the goal. A whole lot of frozen food. Sounds like your wife's cooking. DSP Gaming, you're such an odd-looking guy. So, detractor videos do end up helping you out then, DSP Gaming. Did the Artemis 2 mission hurt your feelings, Gout Man? And then Flatman B gets tagged there. His RimWorld stream is the new Skyrim? Yes. And it's funny too because one of the developers is actually a detractor on Twitter too. Yay, LOLCOW gets his LOLCOW money to keep getting us embarrassing moments. Complain about your delivery again, Grandpa. No message. I don't know why that one was banned. Are you still gonna Turkey for the hairline? Oh yeah. Are you still going to Turkey for the hairline surgery? I have a question. Why is Jade allowed to spam when it's against the rules? It's because he's retarded. He spelled environment wrong. So what's wrong with just a white shirt? That doesn't match, bro. Talking about his Blanca shirt today. Was that $50 to call? Okay, yeah. I heard that your detractors have been saying that your clips would get you demonetized due to reusing of videos. Do you think there's any truth to that? You dress like a child. Do you play low tier so that you have extra excuses whenever you lose? It's not me who's wrong. It's my audience who is wrong. Incredibly well said, DSP Gaming. Yeah, especially the people that pay your bills. When can you stop talking and playing something? At this point, watching grass grow would be more fun. Was there ever a time when you've been seen in a position of authority in the FGC? That is never happened. You'd actually have to learn to leave the house to go get food trucks. So you probably haven't been one in over 10 years. DSP Gaming enjoys biting his fingernails. Nom nom nom. Tuh. DSP tries it. His fingernails. And then he goes on. Damn. That guy's dedicated. Please do it. Meat too. And it leaves you with noodle arms and your bone mass diminishes. That reminds me. You quit the Old Hunters DLC the first time. Ever tried holding your mouth at a non-slanted angle? Well, that's the stroke there, dude. That's good for you, but think about how DSP feels. $72 is unacceptable. You have to support. Do your part. And then this person, oh, that's why you got banned. Queen Michael instead of King Michael. Hello, DSP Gaming. Clinical studies are starting to come out showing loss of bone mineral density significantly. Oh, yeah. Oh, talk about his Ozempic. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Now we have a little update on our little friend. And I mean little friend. So apparently, our good buddy PWR was in the wrestling mood this weekend. And he decided to go on Kick, where he thought he was above the rules. And one thing you never ever do is fuck around with the WWE, their videos, their audio, their pictures. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you, PWR got banned on Kick, at least just for a day, for DMCA. And you see subject, notice of IP infringement for WWE WrestleMania. We have suspension will expire 26/4/20. So he's already out. Then he puts this on Twitter. Everything seems to be fine on Kick. I'm chatting with them right now. 1 day suspension due to mere sight show in WrestleMania. Honestly, that's it for me. I will no longer support the Saudi Arabian blood money, women executed, genital mutated excuse of a company in the modern era. Now, keep in mind, he had no problem with this the day before. He watched WrestleMania, he talked about the modern era, he was all happy about it, but as soon as his money and his channel is affected, all of a sudden, they're not morally great. They're not morally reprehensible. They just want money, dude. I want nothing to do with them. It's funny how money motivates PWR. Yeah, WWE don't play. Thought DSP got rid of his goals. He can't make up his mind. Well, the thing is, he says there's no goals, but they're just invisible now. So any game that gets below $150, if it's on the day stream, it goes to the night stream to die. If it's on the night stream, you don't give me $150, it's gone. The only thing he really took away was the rewards. So when he says, we hit 5 goals, I'll do DSP tries it. We hit 20 goals, I'll play Stellar Blade. Basically, he's saying, give me $150 and don't expect anything in return. So we have PWR, and don't worry, we're going to be talking about his fantasy today, who is the subject of this video, Anisa. So we're going to take that off there. And we have a developing story right now, which brings us to our second thing here, which is apparently the Quarterin and Ethan Ralph are feuding, and Ethan Ralph is threatened to go to the Quarterin's house, but not only that, he's talking about seizing his house and squatting in it, and also he's saying how he might push the bull aside and have his way with his wife, him and Scarlett, that is. DSP had rewards. DSP had quote-unquote rewards. Basically, his reward was, give me $150 and watch me eat food, which is not a reward. Or, the best one was Stellar Blade. Give me like 20 goals, which is like thousands of dollars. I'll play Stellar Blade, a full playthrough. He plays the demo, quits it, and says, I'm never playing it again. Thanks for the money, dummies. So let's listen in. So this is Ralph on the kill stream, courtesy of Illicit Clips, saying that he's coming to, where's he from? Minnesota? He's coming there, him and Scarlett, and they're going to take his house. They're going to make a documentary. They just want to interview him, dude.
Alpha male
threaten the sector itself, the seat of the sector, the crown of the sector, the crown jewels. The ticket's $693. So round.
And this is another thing too. So Ralph wants a quarter-in documentary goal. So the last goal he had was to make a sex tape with Scarlett. By the way, it has not been released, but there was images and videos on Rumble, which I cannot get out of my head. Apparently, it was Scarlett on her knees behind Ralph, spreading his cheeks and eating it, which I can never get that image out of my head now. Didn't he do that Santa Plays Stellar Blade? Yes, that is the one right there. We got Quarter Pounder going to come to your house with red toy. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. He claimed a beat up red F-150 came to his house and threatened him. But then people also found out in the past he's talking about beat up F-150 red trucks. Ralph is from West Memphis, but yeah. Yeah, he kind of fled the country when he couldn't pay his taxes. Or not pay his taxes. Couldn't pay his taxes and child support.
Trip. Now, like I said, if we get close, I may just hop on that flight if it's paid for one way. Because maybe I ain't coming back. Maybe I ain't planning on coming back alive. How about that?
Now, what he's saying with this one here where he says, I'm not planning to come back alive. That's a joke by Ralph. It's a very bad joke. So the Quarter put out a tweet saying that if you come to my door, you're not going to like what happens next. Implying that he has a gun and stuff.
Maybe. I'm kidding, of course. Sorry, I have to specify. I can't let any good jokes go by. I'm definitely planning on.
Yeah, imagine giving DSP like $20,000 or $10,000 or $15,000. He promised a full playthrough. He says, "No, I'm not playing it. Thanks for the money, dummy."
Coming back alive, to be clear. Jeremy though is really bothered. I don't know. No, I don't want to be tortured like Gonzalo, or affectionately known as.
Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do this, we got to add something onto here. Let's add on this right here. Since Hannah is part of Jeremy's clique, let's just put her in the corner right here with that Hannah Claire face there.
Gonzo here and there, I think, yes. Now, I'll pass on that too, but we already have his local, as they say in the UK, pub. Scarlett's hype. She wanted me to, she said, go ahead and book the flight. She said it's golden. People, they want it. They have to have it.
Sent $3. Go rattle that loser.
This is a real quartering tweet, apparently, too. Everything is fair.
That is one of the worst tweets the Quarter has ever put out. Because at the time, he said that to the Kino Casino. But then when you have people like Ralph on stream saying, oh, everything's fair, hey? Oh, maybe we should go then, dude.
Game. Who the f tweets something like that out? I mean, there it is right there. The April 10th, 2026. Everything's fair game. Damn. Why is he testing the internet like that? I don't know. We're just humble. Look, I'm a film producer. She's a yeah.
You're not a film producer. You took a camera and recorded yourself having sex with a blacked out porn star.
You know, actress. She's done a bit of producing as well in her day. And
yeah, all those black bowls there.
We're filmmakers. We're there on a professional level. We're not trying to cause any ruckus, really, anything like that.
Yeah, because Ralph is known to be like the very calm-minded, very rational person.
Just to investigate some of your haunches there. I've heard there's no coffee. Of course, there's no coffee in Wisconsin. I was talking to.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. So Jeremy said that, oh, our coffee is made in America, and we have all these factories, and of course, it's all Dropbox from different countries that he just sells in the States.
I was like, Scarlett, of course they don't grow coffee in Wisconsin. What the f? It's impossible. What do you guys mean there's no coffee factory in Wisconsin? Yeah, why would there be? It's Wisconsin. I'm unaware of. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be really wrong here. I admit that. But I've never heard of famous Wisconsin coffee. What the f is that? Mel?
Yeah, most of it is like Colombia and Italy.
Okay, okay.
If you want like cheese heads and milk, yeah.
Anyway, Quartering's sick in the head, saying everything's fair game. He also he basically threatened to kill me.
I think Castle Doctrine allows me to say that Jeremy's house is now mine.
I would love to see that. That would be hilarious. He goes to quartering because it's two people everyone hates, and he goes in there trying to take his house by force. It'd be hilarious.
And Scarlett's.
I mean, totally serious recitation of the Castle Doctrine, aka the Hassle Doctrine. Nobody ever doubted that for a second. Except apparently, I don't even think the retard who clipped it took that seriously. I would hope not, but he tagged the quartering in it. And the quartering is so fucking up his own ass.
The coffee beans are woke. They're making the coffee beans gay. Probably with the quartering.
He's so fucking
He should change his name of his coffee to Bull Branded Coffee.
shook that he started to take me fucking with him on Twitter personally. Not personally enough to block me because I guess he's too big. I guess he thinks that'll make him a bitch, not
Which is weird because Jeremy's been blocking everyone left and right.
threatening to kill me. Now, blocking would definitely be way out of the question. No, you should threaten to kill me if I show up at your house. Which is basically what he does here. Please do not show. By the way, please do not show up at my home. That sounds bitch made right off top.
Yeah, when you're gonna threaten someone, the first word you probably shouldn't use is please. It's like you're begging with them. Please, bish, don't show up, bish.
No asking. Don't show up at my motherfucking house. I don't need a please in front of it. Please do not show up at my home. I promise you, whatever you clip,
Coffee, bland coffee. That is a good one too.
whatever clip you may get will not be worth it. When she's implying I'll be shot. I'm not really known for trying to force my way into. I mean, pretty sure his wife's gonna invite me in anyways.
Yeah, because we all know Ralph is all about consent. He definitely respects consent with women.
Especially with Scarlett there. I bet his wife probably goes both ways. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a chance that the quartering's wife is gonna invite me and Scarlett into the master bedroom? You know, he's got some shit off to the side. The real master bedroom. No Jew bull allow. He's gonna have to sit this one out.
Yeah, I can't imagine your bull, the guy that's been fucking your wife, is just gonna stand around while your huge, disgusting gunt just goes all over his. What would she even be called? So, what would the relation between a bull and a wife be? Would that just be like the fuckhole or something? Or, I don't know.
And you know, there's definitely a chance that goes down. I think. I don't know. We'll have to see.
And someone says in chat there, we'll pull a boogie and fire a warning shot. He's scared. Quivering cuck and his bull sound pretty shook. He's shook!
Anyway, he says, have a nice day there at the end. Clearly, absolutely pressed.
That is the most bitch thing ever. Where he goes, oh, please don't show up my house. Have a nice day.
And then he's getting ratioed to the moon by me. He has been for like a week. You know, I said documentary, but it's going to be a real, I mean, you know, Gonzo style. But we're getting info sent to us on his haunts, and you know, we're going to go by there and film some. Not all this is going to be live. We don't want to give everything away, right?
What do you guys think the chances that Ralph's going to get arrested when he goes to Minnesota here? Or Milwaukee or wherever the fuck he's from?
But I've already got...
Because he can go on a tour. Because Ralph can go around all 50 states and try and get arrested in each state as a record.
2 or 3 major locations sent to me in private correspondence right here. So, well, yeah, we're going to show that there is no factory, coffee brand coffee factory. Yeah, he's not bothered. No, he's not bothered at all. But no, we already have like 2 definite and 3 possible major like places that he goes, because he talks about all these places in his videos. So I got a couple people who are like, well,
I guarantee he goes to Quartering's house That would be the best cinema. If that happens, I'm doing a stream on that, guaranteed.
Talked about this, talked about that. So we're gonna go through and film, and he talks shit about some of these places too. So we want to give them the right of reply. You know, Quartering's got a huge channel. He's a huge YouTuber. He's run down these small business owners.
Thought Ralph got arrested recently? Yes, he is out. He got arrested, I think, twice, actually.
You know, some would say he tried
And then he tried to go back to Mexico, but he was too drunk, so Scarlett had to come get him.
to put him in the ground
Eventually, he went back to Mexico.
with his negative commentary. So we want to give them a chance to fight back, and if they want, if not, we'll just chronicle some, you know, some of what made the Quartering who he is today, right? You know, his wife gets plowed by the town rabbi. Here's the evidence. What do you think about this guy? And where's the coffee factory? Oh, it doesn't exist, right? There's nothing.
Yeah, and the thing about the Quartering, too, is every single thing about him is fake. Whether it be his wealth, whether it be him saying, I'm losing weight, the filters that he puts on so he doesn't look like a zombie that's been dead for like 5 years, him trying to be a perfect husband, him trying to be a Christian, every single thing about him is fake.
Nothing against the law about that. If they say stop
Even the logo that's on his microphone right here, was stolen from a barber shop.
talking to me, I'll stop talking to him. There's nothing against the law at all. He said not to go to his house. Okay, he's officially said don't come to his house. So he's a bitch. If he had any sense, he would just invite us to dinner. How sick would that be? But he's a he's like 25 drinks in.
The beard is fake too, yeah.
He ain't thinking shit through. He's threatening the Ralph Mal. Well, now he pretty much just guaranteed I'm coming to his hometown
Uh-oh.
and pulling
The Ralph mail's coming.
up on his metaphorical front lawn and taking a big piss on it. Not literally, by the way.
So what does that even mean? If it's metaphorical, you pulling up to his house and pissing on his front lawn. I think he's just saying that just to legally protect himself.
Of course, the coffee factories in Utah, they don't grow any coffee in Wisconsin. I heard it was Phoenix. I don't know, but it ain't in Wisconsin. I know that. Then he took the castle doctrine.
Yeah, and I think Scarlett and Jeremy are both from Wisconsin too.
Totally
rabbit hole.
100% seriously. This guy's press boogie style. Are you kidding me? Me showing up to his to his hometown is gonna send him into a tailspin. He's
The best outcome would be both of them getting arrested.
gonna absolutely lost his mind.
Or just like a front yard brawl where they're just both like fist fighting.
Obviously, that was a joke. I'm not gonna. I don't own his house. You can't just claim that you own somebody's house and then you own it. I thought that was pretty clear, but I guess not. I guess that was taken totally seriously because he's totally not fucking trashed. Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, sweetheart.
Okay, so now we have Scarlett coming into this.
How you doing?
Coming to
And I will say this, you can tell she is drugged up every time she talks. She's on something, and you can't tell me she's clean. We've seen videos, we've seen streams where she's doing coke and talking about doing coke and whatever drugs. And the rambles and the rants she goes on, there's no way she's sober.
Wisconsin.
Should I come to Wisconsin?
I'm gonna go to the Willie Jared Choco Factory.
I don't know, man.
Cocoa
I don't know if
bean.
people really want me to go.
Well, I want you to come.
I'm gonna come for sure if I see you, but
Gross.
No, you should always come. You should come. I'm sure that Mr. Jer Bear and his
You thi-
heifer.
do you think his
Yeah.
wife wants to us? Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, obviously Jer's not doing the job, so.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I don't think Jeremy even wants to do it.
Also, I'm getting threatened. Jeremy's fans, they're
Hey,
still
and
threatening
also
me.
I want my baby with me. You know, and you know, like I want to make sure you're safe. If this fucker wants to keep hibernating, he can't just go hibernate in his little lair. You have every right to come to Wisconsin. Wisconsin welcomes you. I even told you when you went to the airport you made a lot of friends. And,
Yeah, I
a lot
did.
of good
You're right. I met
Yeah, a lot of police officers there.
a lot
No,
of
but
friends.
Wisconsin people were happy. Uh, people gotta
Yeah.
This is how I can tell she's on drugs. There is no way the Wisconsin people love him.
understand.
They got a criminal off the
Wisconsin
street.
is proud of Ethan.
Yeah.
Wisconsin loves Ethan Ralph. So one little man up in Colgate or wherever the he's from,
That's a toothpaste brand, but okay.
toothpaste land.
Oh, there you go.
Toothpaste.
One little man, one little bear, one little, what do we call him, a grizzly bear, or what does he
No,
want
he's
to
not
be,
a
polar
grizzly.
bear?
And then this is where like the drug stuff goes off, where you can tell she's just ranting and raving.
You kidding
Is he
me?
a polar bear?
How could he be
He's a
grizzly?
polar bear. And yeah, polar bears,
A
you know,
bitch.
they got an ice cap, things start to melt, and then they're
That's
in
exactly
deep
what
water.
happened. That's
They're
exactly what
in deep
happens. All of
water.
a sudden,
Yeah, this is Scarlett trying to do a baby voice.
Global warming.
yeah, it's
Global warming right
all
here
over
in
again.
Wisconsin. We're in Wisconsin. And in Wisconsin, we're a polite state. We're polite Midwesters. We do not cross
No, no.
boundaries without consent. So
Yeah, because you know, Ralph is all about not crossing boundaries, all about respecting consent, even though we've seen women bloodied, hair pulled out, forced on him. He's a registered sex offender, but yeah, he definitely knows about consent.
you coming here has nothing to do with whatever he has going on up in his
What's wrong with this guy
Pecos
anyway?
Bean, Phoenix,
Why is he threatening
Arizona.
to kill us?
Probably cutting down the rainforest.
Why does he
for
want
those
to?
little
Why does
coffee
he
brand
want to kill
beans.
us? Why does he want to kill us?
I don't know,
Is she sucking a dick in that picture? Probably not.
but I want my honey with me. My honey bear. You're my.
I'm a grizzly
honey.
bear.
Well, I would say you're more like a hammerhead shark,
Yeah, I'll take that.
and
Whatever that means.
he's a whale, and
See, that like she doesn't even know what she's fucking talking about. She's all on drugged up and she's fucking zoomed out of her mind.
we're no remora, right? So like we're not the parasitic one. We're gonna just do our own thing, but when there's blood in the water, we might catch a whiff, and it's kind of like,
And this is why Scarlett and Ethan are so similar. Because whoever they can get clout off, they can just do it. Quartering's in the news, go after quartering. Casino's in the news, go after casino. DSP's in the news, go after DSP. And the fact that his channel is failing, this is his lifeline. This is what pays his bills. And he's been caught bonding himself. He's been caught, giving donations to himself. And he has to do this to survive because otherwise no one would give him any money.
I got a whiff of that. It's a little copper taste. I like that.
Damn.
Copper.
We got
I'm
what
like,
it says.
hey, I might invest in some copper this year. This coffee does not have a plantation. Who is working on your plantation, Jer?
Well,
What kind of coffee bean workers are picking the coffee beans?
I think we know.
What have you got going on in our great state of Wisconsin?
Somebody's picking the coffee.
Yeah, Jer. Who's in your plantation? What kind of workers do you have over there? Maybe one of the workers fucks your wife too.
We have every right as Wisconsinites to get to the bottom of this and figure this shit out.
That's right.
And
How deep does the
Yeah.
conspiracy go?
this is the Midwest.
Jeremy has slaves. He's gay. They fuck his wife.
He's in the Great Lakes. Do we have to submerge a sub?
And in chat, Hambley's blacked wife. Ralph, please bless the Hambley family with a child. Jeremy couldn't get the job done. Jesus Christ.
We gotta do something.
To show him
He's
who's
got ED.
dumb.
Well, we'll show him his boss for sure. Now,
Yeah, you're gonna.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't care about the factory. He's got a farm.
Well, we
He's got a
can't.
farm with no output.
We can't. Look, we have to be careful going on his actual property.
Obviously, his farm has a heifer.
Well, yeah.
And I feel like this whole thing's going to lead to either Ralph getting arrested yet again, the quartering just being a little bitch and running away and call the police, or they're both going to fight each other. It's going to be the most retarded fight ever. They're going to be flailing like little sissies. Ralph is going to fall down, show his gunt. Quartering is going to shit himself. And man, oh man, If that happens, I want to watch that. But now we get to what everybody's been waiting for. Scarlett, you don't pick coffee beans like the again for another crop. Yeah. She's so zoomed out of her mind, she thinks it's like 1900. So now we're gonna change the picture here because now we're going into Anisa. And we need the perfect picture for Anisa. How about this one right here? We got Anisa and her future baby daddy slash husband slash victim, PWR. And I know not next to nothing about Anisa, and PWR is the one that kind of introduced me because I just thought, oh, it's iDubbbz's wife. I didn't know anything about it. And then he started getting erections on stream, like, oh, he wants to fuck her and steal away from iDubbbz, and iDubbbz is whole fucking crazy. So iDubbbz used to be the content cop. So he used to be like the crazy, push the envelope, edgy person. And then he became a pussy after getting with Anisa. And a lot of people say, no pussy does very bad to a person. Well, guess what, guys? Bad pussy does this to a guy. And the very first thing we're going to look at is iDubbbz during his boxing event. And you're going to see, so this right here is Gorgeous Gabe. So that's one of his trainers, I believe. I think he's behind iDubbbz here. And this is Anisa right here. And one of the first things I saw, BK in the background, yeah. The first thing I saw is, watch her face. As soon as iDubbbz gets hit, she starts smiling. That's not a good sign for a relationship, especially a marriage, where she's smiling because you're in pain. And she calls herself a succubus. Basically, a succubus is a guy or a woman that sucks out the life of men, and not in the good way. And yeah, let's just watch this clip.
Watch out for his right.
Watch her in the background there.
Or his hook. Yeah.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile as he starts getting punched. Apparently, she was in love with Gabe. She's also in love with Hassan as well. So Anisa talking about how her crush Gabe is like a Godzilla. This is in front of her husband too. So she's openly flirting, trying to fuck this guy in front of her husband. Remember, according to them, they don't have an open relationship, which I think they do. And she gets fucked all the time in front of him by other guys. But she's gonna gloat here and flirt with him. And then all of a sudden, when Gabe is gone, she's no longer interested, even though her husband is still training.
Shooting a big Godzilla and the Godzilla doing nothing. Just knowing
It doesn't even look.
we're screwed.
So that's her husband right there. Absolute loser of a boxer.
Dude, it just expect that.
Look at that huge smile after her husband got beat up. And I don't know. I don't like that haircut. Too boyish for me.
Right? I want to have attrition. Right. Right? Like the quickly second. One more round while.
Oh yeah, so that guy walking away is Gabe. So these two are going to start sparring. All of a sudden, she's no longer interested. So she starts walking away.
One more round, Gabe.
You're doing good.
Ready? Think different jabs too.
And she's doing her own thing. She doesn't care about her husband anymore because Gabe's not there.
On those jabs. Nice 1-3-2 there, bro. Nice. Good.
Alright, so next up. So this is one of the most weirdest things ever. So in a relationship, you're supposed to have each other's backs. If there's something that's embarrassing, you're not supposed to tell people. You're supposed to hide it. And this moment right here is what ruined, in some people's mind, iDubbbz, where she talks about him shitting his pants, and she sounds like she's goading about it, making fun of him.
Rajor,
Wait, we should get Rajor in here.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you can.
Well, if you can. I just want to
Yeah,
ask
if
him
you
if
can.
you've always been shitting your pants.
So she just straight up just says on stream about him shitting his pants. No one knew about this before. And she gets off on embarrassing him. Listen to this.
I just want to
Yeah,
ask
if
him
you
if
can.
you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because
Look at the look in his face. He's scared. He's like, why the hell would you do this?
since I've known you, you've always had like IBS.
So Ian's so spicy today, gonna make him chilly. So she make him chill and then maybe try to remind his viewers. Surely I'll remind you right here. Remind his viewers that he shits his pants. So she's even going to social media telling people, hey, did you guys know my husband shits his pants? So shit pants crusaders are here to slay the succubus. Don't worry, guys. So that's what she calls herself, the succubus. And the shit pants crusaders are apparently the people that don't like her talking about Ian shitting his pants. What the fuck is shit pants? It's just Gen Z slang for having stomach issues / sensitive stomach due to lactose intolerance or IBS. Anyone can shit pant though. This is not something you should be bringing up about your husband. He shits his pants.
Rajor.
Like, I can only imagine. Now this is really funny. So he shits his pants like quartering, yeah. So you think, okay, maybe she's good at cooking. No. Let's see iDubbbz. He's eating her food and it is not very good.
But what would needle be? Oh, thank you.
First off,
Check it out.
what the fuck is that? That's the most disgusting bland thing I've ever seen. It's like she just opened up a bunch of cans and just threw it in there. And burnt ravioli.
Guys.
Like, look at, he's tilting it and it's sticking to the pan. That should not happen there. Or the bowl, I should say. And look at his eye. Oh, that's a good 420 face right there.
Basically, it's like a bread pudding. Bread pudding. But it's like banana and gluten-free stuff.
Absolutely disgusting. Gluten-free stuff is absolutely gross. Oh, look at that. Oh, he spits it out. He spit it out. Oh, even her cooking is disgusting.
But what would needle?
Oh. So we have now. So we have internet versus Anisa's cooking. So apparently this is a big thing where people commented on that. And you would think she would have like one redeeming quality. Whether it be cooking or looking good or being a decent human being. But no.
Over the past few months, Anisa has taken a liking to talking about and posting her cooking adventures online. She's done.
So if anyone doesn't know, Internet Versus is like the modern version of what was his name? Bowflex. Blackflex? Whatever the fuck his name is. The guy who went crazy and went transgender. Where he read off Twitter stuff. Anisa Jomha. Okay, I have to admit something. I haven't posted this chocolate chip cookie update because they turned out ugly. I tried to make them gluten-free and messed up somewhere. You trying to cook, probably the thing too.
Done this in the form of tweets.
She's pretty good at being a whore. That is true. You do make a good point there.
It's talking about it on her podcast.
Okay. First off, cute dog. I will say that. Cute dog. What is this setup? Why is there like socks and pants? That, you know what that looks like? That looks like Shawn Michaels' chaps right there on his microphone stand. What is this like 1950s aesthetics? But you also have like gothic stuff here. And you got, whatever the fuck picture that is. Oh my god, he wears Crocs too.
With Ian or bringing Ian
Blow
food
Blacks.
live
Yeah, Blow Blacks was the name.
on stream. In response to this, the internet has given her some support by various commenters, but she's also got a lot of people A-logging her meals. Basically, every time something she's cooked gets revealed on the internet, it's swarmed with replies. Some people argue.
You know what? Fuck off. I can't stand Anisa, but I honestly hate people that act like perfectly good looking and edible meals are trash. Even more. LOL. -7.
That going after Anisa for her cooking is low-hanging fruit or not funny, but I'll let you be the judge of that. There's really no need for more introduction, so welcome to the internet versus Anisa's cooking. It starts when Wild Pitch Off
I just spit out my drink. Oh my fucking god. Ain't no way we got this clip of Anisa.
Fence posted this clip on the H2H production subreddit with the caption, I just spit out my drink. Oh my fucking god. Ain't no way we got this clip of Anisa.
That I'm very confident in.
Yeah.
And then everything else, I'm like,
What would you pick for your like life confidence?
She is not saying cooking here. This bitch is not saying cooking.
and then everything else, I'm like,
What would you pick for your like life confidence?
cooking and
Cooking.
baking. that
Okay.
one for sure.
Yeah, because we saw that you're pretty good at that, right? Connor just sounds so damn effeminate. Yeah.
Culinary, we'll
Yeah,
say.
culinary confidence. I have culinary confidence.
Nice. What else do you have?
It's always funny when people are really bad at something, but they don't have the awareness that they're bad at it.
Like whatever I do for
Visual arts.
No, whatever I do for what would you call what I do for Creator Clash?
Oh, right. Because yeah, that is more of a life element.
Yeah. What would you call that?
I'd say communication.
Oh my god, is this their whole podcast where they go, what am I doing what do you think about this has got to be the most, what is that? Why is there a fleshlight right here? That is a square fleshlight. That's teeth right there. That is disgusting, you sick bastard. Oh, and you got a cross here. Apparently they're Christian. Wait, isn't she a Muslim? Bender from Futurama is a better cook, yeah. I thought she was Muslim at one point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So communication.
Mhm.
Communication
Yeah, communication, but you kept saying, how about this? What do you think? You're not even communicate to each other.
and culinary crafting.
What?
And Monzerbird replies, "What the fuck is this podcast? If I knew nothing about these two and saw this clip, I'd..."
Thank you. Thank you. It's an eye. It looks like a vagina that he probably fucks when he can't fuck his wife. I'm willing to bet too. This is pretty gross, and I probably can't say this on YouTube, but I can say it on Kick. She probably, when the pants come off, her lips look like a wizard's sleeve. I'm just saying.
I'd think they were the most boring people ever. There's zero vibes happening
Her family is Muslim.
here. And Big Guthix replies, "They fail at podcasting anytime they try to make it public. Gets no
Yeah, even like 2 seconds of watching the podcast here, I knew they were just boring ass fucks. This is a riveting podcast, yeah.
views. So now they do a paywalled one on their Patreon and just use..."
Wait. They failed at podcasting. It's so boring, nobody wants to watch it. So their big idea is to paywall it so people have to pay to watch the thing that no other people would pay for. Okay then.
Use that as the excuse of why it's solo viewed. And Farfault replies, "I'm a communist. Fuck capitalism. Anywho, if you want to watch my podcast, you have to pay me a $7.50 monthly subscription." Over on the r/I miss the old iDubbbz subreddit, Mad87645 posted this clip with the caption, "Anisa got impatient and interrupted Ian's stream to make him review her pie. Ian says it was sour, needed cream or ice cream to balance it, and hands it back without finishing. Also, he struggles to..."
You know what this is just like? So any DSP detractors out here, this is Phil and Kat. So whenever DSP would have a birthday or like a special event, his wife would quote unquote make something, especially like a cake for his birthday, and every time he would take one bite, look like he's in pain, swallow it painfully, and then put it aside saying, "Oh, I'm so full, I can't eat anymore. This is so good, dude." That's 220 DSP logic, yeah.
name a cassowary even though he loves them.
So it's got to be ostrich then, or it could be this fucker. What is this guy called?
Is this what he does on his stream? Like, I've never seen an iDub stream. So he looks at pictures of birds and tries to do the family tree. This has got to be worse than DSP. Sauber knots 161 out of 200. What the fuck does that even mean?
Love these, by the way. Oh, the boy and the heron. It could be in the heron category.
Reminds me of the time she effed up making lemon chicken. Yeah.
What are they called? They have a cool name. They stomp the ground.
Oh my god, this guy's the most boring person I've ever seen. He's boring! I can see why nobody talks about him anymore. Like, this is the same guy that was that edgy guy, right? Like, this was the guy that did Content Cop. That made fun of everyone, made, envelope pushing jokes. And now he's streaming about birds and the family trees.
It's not a kiwi. They're fucking devilish.
Oh my god, he's been going almost 5 hours talking about birds?
Whoa.
I got a little impatient, so I didn't let it cool.
It's so red.
I know.
That's a good sign there. It's so red, dude.
You didn't dye it or anything.
No. It's the skin.
Just the skin.
Well, that would, you have to put effort in for that.
Yeah, the crust got fucked up because I didn't wait for it to cool all the way. I got impatient, and it's gluten-free.
Cassowary.
So you fucked up the crust, you didn't dye it, and then you got impatient, which means it's not properly cooked. I wonder why he didn't like this.
Thank you, Einstein's grandpa.
But I want you to try it.
Okay, we're doing a quick pie review. Anisa says she got impatient.
It's falling apart, too.
Ooh.
Look at that face. That face right there is the face of instant regret right there. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing with my life? Why am I eating this? How do I get out of this?
I thought it was going to be too sour.
Yeah.
The first bite was like pretty sour, but then was mellowed immediately.
Yeah.
And right there, that heaving, he's like, oh, I can't eat any more of this. She fucked it up. She always fucks up my food.
Crab apple pie.
And sometimes, too, people like this, like I said, people get affected when they get no pussy. This is what bad pussy does to you. And some people like iDubbbz probably think, oh, I can't do any better than this. This is my soulmate. You probably this is probably the first person you ever had sex with and thinks, oh, this is my whole world. When she's just making fun of him 24/7, not putting any effort in make food or making him feel good. Yeah, force it down.
It's not too sour for a single slice. Like if this was like, but like it is hard to eat a lot because it is so sour.
Really?
Yeah, because she fucked it up.
Did the
Yeah. Wow.
salted, it's still sour, huh?
I mean, I'm sensitive to the sour.
Did the salted caramel help?
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
I had more of it in the first bite. That one was just raw
So you
apple.
can probably more.
It's
salted
raw.
I think the salted caramel's helping. Yeah.
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 Didn't she admit to poisoning him? I didn't see that, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think he's low T too, probably. That would explain a lot of stuff.
Yeah. When you get the salted caramel bite.
Need some whipped cream? Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I can definitely see the autism in him.
Meh. More salted.
It's definitely good when I'm hungry for food.
Not that good then.
Correct.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
And he's trying to pick his words because he doesn't want to piss her off. Because she's going to probably beat his ass down. And he's like, I can't say anything bad about her cooking, dude.
Yeah.
Because he's too much of a pussy.
Yeah, like something to balance it out. Like, yeah, vanilla ice cream, someone says.
Yeah, on this episode of Autism Rising.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I really like it, but I also like rhubarb pie.
Yeah.
Like
It's sour. It makes you feel like,
She basically just said, I don't give a fuck if you like my cooking. I like it. So you're going to eat her. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, it makes you crave the other side of it, which is just like a cream. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Food is good when I'm hungry for food is an incredible observation.
And he goes right back to the birds.
When I'm hungry.
It looks like he needs someone to ask him to blink twice if he needs help. Yeah. It's like, hey, just wink, wink. You know what? It's all good here. Wink, wink.
And then Opie follows up their post by saying, it's good when I'm hungry for food. That's our simple Ian. And Tito Come Back replies, might unintentionally be the funniest thing he said in years. And Captain Kino says, food is good when you're hungry for food. Y'all can have whatever opinion on him.
Yeah, and apparently he has like CTE from like all the boxing, so he took a lot of like blows to the head. So his mind, his brain is not all there.
But Mans was spitting raw facts here. Oh yeah, it replies. Guy does everyday normal thing and has benign social interaction. This sub. The king of cringe strikes again. And Nobug says, he felted his wife by saying he didn't like her cooking live on stream.
Well, he also said, hey, it's not your fault, blah, blah, blah.
And
like a
Garuki
pussy.
says, you have to understand the mentality of people who are 30-year-old men who have never been laid. Anisa also tweets out this picture of cookies, one with a bite taken out of them.
Imagine those two. Oh, Kenneth. We're going to get to that because they're both going to give their opinion on them having kids together. And spoilers, they're both on opposite sides. So PWR has a chance then. Oh, if he can get that money up. She's not going to go with anyone else that doesn't have clout or money. She's probably going to fuck Hassan on the side. Oh, and you know what the funny part is? So PWR always talks about Anisa and all that. He's over there on Incest Island, all to the right. Anisa is actually closer in Canada to me than she is to PWR. Because I was talking to kind of Sav on the podcast we did together, and she's saying how they were like very close to the same city that they're in. She could potentially see them walking down the street.
And captions them, okay, I have to admit something. I haven't posted the chocolate chip cookie update because they turned out ugly. I tried to make them gluten-free and I messed up somewhere. And Greg replies, it's okay, Anisa.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
You're still better at baking cookies than you are at running boxing events.
Ooh.
Mitchell replies, looks shriveled and burnt, like your soul.
Damn. But it's true.
Cyborg says, when are you gonna give your man his balls back? Anisa also tweets out this picture.
Oh my god. What is that? That is the most disgusting pie I've ever seen.
With the caption, I attempted to do a crosshatch top to my pie.
I doubt Ian leaves the house much. Yeah, he's probably like DSP.
I made too big of spaces and just ugly. But it's with a full butter crust and that does make it harder. It melts so fast. Anyways, it will still be tasty. Brennan says, I'd say that's about 34% crust. Swarthroid Eliminator says, what is this? You don't have a job so you can bake all day. How are you still this bad?
The cookies look like they have salt sprinkled on them, probably with her.
Show replies, what's the filling? And Anisa says, raspberry rhubarb. My family's favorite, I guess. They also like apple and blueberry. It's been nice having so many people to feed who like pie. They get eaten within a...
Well, too bad Ian's not eating her pie, even though there's probably like swamp and dirty, like greasy stuff down there.
Day, so I get...
Probably smells a lot like cheese.
Get lots of practice. Anisa also tweets out these pictures here with the caption, trial running different cakes for my loved one's birthday coming up. I'm so proud of the crumb on this cake. I make samplers today for everyone to try. A strawberry one, a custard.
This pie looks like something made be cannibals, something from Hills Have Eyes. Yeah.
One combo and plain. And Herp replies, there's a
it looks like the stuff that people would poison each other with in like movies and stuff.
Genocide going on and this bitch is baking cakes.
My family, same idea of a family as DSP. Yeah, no kids and just animals.
Just a chump says, this ain't the cake we want to see, ho. Get strippin'. Ties.
Dude. Okay. So to me, most of the pictures I've seen of Anisa, she looks like the girl that gets passed around the trailer park for smokes. I'm just going to say that.
Says, why do you always have to share everything that was meant for your...
I'm sure the roast beef has seen better days. Yeah. Like I said, wizard sleeve.
Your husband. Anisa also tweets out this picture with a caption, I made a hot pot inspired soup for dinner.
That is the laziest looking soup I've ever seen. Like, that is absolutely disgusting. And like one person pointed out, she has all day, doesn't have a job, but does know how to cook.
I was really craving that.
And that's what she does all day.
A tomato base and enoki mushroom combo. And over on the I Miss the Old Item subreddit, Revolutionary War posted with a caption,
I miss the old iDubbbz.
Another 5-star dish from the kitchen of Anisa Jomha. An actual steel toe wearer replies, bro, is that lasagna noodles and spaghetti? This shit cooks like the kids on Lemony Snickets. And Photo Op replies, neither of them have any self-awareness. You couldn't pay me to post this, let alone expect praise for it. And for your...
She looked good before she got all the tests and surgery, though the personality is toxic. Yeah. It's weird how like the hottest chicks always look and sound like a bitch. It's like God's way of saying you can't have the perfect woman. You can either have a good personality or normal looking or ugly, or you can have a hot bitch that's extremely toxic. It has paper towels in it.
Replies, enoki mushrooms are the thin white mushrooms. I'm not even sure that's spaghetti. I think that may be a shit ton of fucking mushrooms. Holy shit. Rusty Tetanus Spork replies, you know what? Fuck off. I can't stand Anisa, but I honestly hate people that act like perfectly good looking and edible meals are trash even more. Lol.
By the way, he got -7 for that, by the way. And that did not look edible. It looked like Kenneth said, it looks like she threw paper towels in it.
And Brilliant Lobster replies, I think the problem is that she calls it hot pot. Meanwhile, this has nothing to do with hot pot except that she added a bunch of random ingredients popular in Asian dishes. It'd be like if I took rice, seaweed, avocado, salmon, tuna, and nacho chips, put it all in a bowl, and called it a sushi. It's just obnoxious. You just take a bunch of ingredients that you have no idea how to combine or use, and call it something it isn't. P.S. The mushrooms are overcooked. And Rusty Tetanus Spork replies, hot pot inspired, to be fair. You wouldn't call it sushi, but sushi inspired IMO is fine because clearly you were inspired by some of the ingredients that make up sushi and made it something not sushi. And Brilliant Lobster says, dude, what? Putting together rice and fish doesn't become sushi. The cooking technique also matters. How ingredients are stacked, etc. Just like mixing flour with meat doesn't become a hamburger.
How about this? How about this? You want to make something? How about use a recipe? Not just throw a bunch of shit in the pot and say, dinner's up, honey. Hope you don't choke on it. Hope you don't die. It's definitely not poison.
It's just obnoxious to call it sushi inspired or inspired American style burger. It's not even 1% of the way there. And the same with this post. It's not even 1% of a hot pot. It's more similar to a lasagna, if anything. And this guy Devils replies, if I make sashimi at home and it's just a sushi, rice, and tuna, it's still sushi. I'm not making it to sell it to you. And to me, there's no other dish I would call it when it is just a slice of raw fish on top of rice. And Brilliant Lobster replies, putting sushi, rice, and tuna together and calling
I think a lot of people are dissecting this a little too autistically.
sushi is fine, but now imagine you mix it with nacho chips and cheese.
Okay,
and
let's skip ahead a bit here.
All more than this picture with the caption.
Oh my god. Is that... What the hell is that inside of it? Roasted veggies and rib meat left over from yesterday.
Tonight's dinner. Sauce has garlic.
It looks so bland, like absolutely disgusting. Like it's way too orange. The meat looks like it's overdone and burnt.
Rosemary, oregano, sage, roasted veggies, and rib meat left over from yesterday.
No, man, she can get mad. I wouldn't eat that shit. Well, the thing is, McBrew, you are not a pussy. iDubbbz is a pussy.
And Captain
Rib meat, yeah. I don't understand why you would put that in there.
and comes replies, slob. Probable spam.
Whoa, what was that guy's name?
Veggies and rib meat left over from yesterday. And Captain
Oh my god, his name is Captain Comes. There's a person on Twitter named Captain Comes.
comes replies, slob. Probable spam says, literally anyone could make this. Why post it? Josie says, overcooked mush. SpongeBob fan account says, straight up trad wife material. And Pete Bourbon replies, but she had an OnlyFans. And SpongeBob says,
Oh yeah, she does have an OnlyFans and PWR did pay for it. I think he said like $150 he spent on it.
she is racist and right-wing though. One side will win over one day.
Yeah, from what I've seen, she's definitely not right-wing. She wants to fuck Hassan and she's crying and complaining about people. She's definitely not right-wing.
This was May 19th before she reopened her OnlyFans. She also tweets out this picture.
What the fuck is that? Is that potato chips? Why is she bragging about this? Like she just put two things on a plate and then she's bragging how she made it? That's like me taking like nacho chips, put them on a plate, putting some cheese on it, putting it in the microwave and saying, hey guys, look it, I just made some nachos, dude.
Picture with the caption, I made chili.
I saw it all for free on the farms. I want a refund. I got it for free. Yeah, she's interesting.
Chilaquiles for breakfast.
Don't forget to like the stream. Yes, like the stream, guys. If you're enjoying this so far, like the stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We'll be doing more streams. So, at least every Thursday.
Today, made corn tortillas into chips and the red salsa from Guajillo
Yeah, let's beat the ethos.
chilies fresh.
This is the equivalent of a snuff film, but for cooking. That is true.
I'm super happy with how this turned out. Now, I personally have never had chilaquiles. There's also like no responses to this, so you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this. Would you eat? Let me know in the comments. Over on the HRHE Productions subreddit, Famous Perspective posted this screenshot with the caption, fuck.
So she posted a picture of a bagel in sauce or jelly or something.
Anisa. We should all spam her ugly ass bagel in protest. Attaching this picture of the bagel with the caption,
How the fuck do you mess up a bagel?
I don't know what this protest will prove, but look how shitty that bagel looks. What is that next to it? Looks like expired edge.
She's like, I'm such great cook. I'm so good at cooking. She fucks up a bagel. I didn't even know that was possible.
Chub. What the fuck is going on, dude? And Sassy Cat Lady replies, she didn't even cut it. And
Wait, she didn't cut that? So you're telling me that bitch right there took a bagel, didn't even cut it in half, and just dipped it in sauce? That's a sociopath right there.
What the fuck is going on, dude? And Sassy Cat Lady replies, she didn't even cut it. And Opie says, she used to work at Denny's, but you're questioning if she knows how to serve a bagel?
Please tell me she was not a cook at Denny's. She's probably like a waitress, right? There's no way she was a cook there.
You sound like you're not a feminist. And Mark Laritaville says, are you supposed to dip it in the ooze, maybe? And PME, your Enigmas replies,
Did she cook the bagel? Probably not.
I would say you're...
Well, I know this for sure. I'm so glad I've never ate at Denny's, I'll just say. Wait, didn't iDubbbz always make like a goal to eat at Denny's? Oh, this is all coming together now.
Supposed to cut the bagel in half.
Yeah,
toast
damn
it,
fine
and then apply
cooking.
Jam, what I'm assuming the ooze is, to both sides. I'm usually in the camp of eat however you like.
So you're telling me she takes that bagel and just like scrapes it against the plate with the jam on it and just eats it all in one? That's not what normal people do.
But this upsets me. Andy Parksia tweets out this clip with the caption, rare sight of Anisa bringing food to Ian. Caught on camera.
That's a dirty ass room right there. Oh, she dressed up as a Nazi?
Judah.
Incoming.
Fuck movie is this from?
They're obviously
It's like something from like Anne Frank or something. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
This is from 4 months ago when Creator Clash 3 was still falling apart.
I'm eating good food, Anisa. Oh yeah, I forgot. Her Creator Clash. For one, she scheduled to go up against a UFC event, and then everyone kept saying, "I'm not doing this. I'm not paying for this." Blah blah blah, and it just fell apart.
As of now, we know that it's been canceled, but
This is probably extremely accurate.
Sasaki posts this screenshot with the caption, I'm eating good food, Anisa. And it's people fighting in the background.
Hard times, DoorDash too expensive, yeah.
C3 falling apart, and Anisa saying, you posting Euphoria memes won't change the fact that I'm eating good food, living life, petting dogs and laughing at you yelling about my sex life.
Okay, I'll say this. Eating good food, it's not good food if you made it. Living life, are you really? Maybe you're just existing, but you're not living. Petting dogs, I'll give that to you. Your dog's pretty cute. Laughing at you about my sex life. So the person with the OnlyFans that puts all the sexual pictures talks about their sex life online and how pathetic it is. You're laughing at those people laughing at your sex life. Okay then.
You can't even get a good night's sleep judging by those eye bags. Ein's Nico says also, the nerve of saying good food, man.
There we go. There we go.
We've seen your cooking attempts. And Left Brandon replies, grown-ups making the most basic shit like lasagna and then boasting about it online.
Or like chips and sauce together.
And will never not be amusing to me. Go girl, give us nothing. And Onesies Funsies says, it's honestly kind of fascinating.
Anisa's cooking is the cure for the obesity crisis, yeah. Just put her in charge, cook everyone's meals.
How much she struggles at being an influencer, given how much drama engagement she puts herself in. Girly isn't witty enough for Twitter clapbacks, nor is she interesting/sincere enough for even food content. Anisa tweets out this picture with a caption, Marshmallow Update.
What the fuck? How do you mess up marshmallows? That looks like drywall right there. Ian probably ate it though. He looks like the person that would eat drywall.
They came out perfect. And Alex Smith replies, damn, y'all really are.
I never even watched this video, and that's the first thing that came to my mind is drywall.
are broke, living like refugees, eating drywall and shit. And Adna later replies, bro has never experienced the joy and whimsy of a homemade marshmallow. Anisa tweets out this picture with the caption, we were missing Mexican food so much, so I made a pork chili verde. My go-to Alberto's.
Oh, you better hope that you have no Mexican friends, because they would slap you across the face for making something like that. That is a disgrace to all Mexicans right there.
Order for dinner, along with.
Funny thing is, PWR said her cooking looked good. Well, PWR also ate rat poison, drank rubbing alcohol, did coke on stream, did crystal meth, snorted Ritalin. So I'm pretty sure his head is messed up too. Seriously, WTF, and her OnlyFans help you purge those bad meals that help you lose weight, yeah.
With another post separately.
Oh! I turned around for a second, I saw those. Smashed potato, that looks like cockroaches or something.
Saying, making rosemary and Parmesan smashed potatoes as a side for dinner tonight. Just about to pop these in the oven for 25 minutes at 425. She then follows up with this picture and the caption, came
that looks like insects.
Out crispy and yummy. And Fiona replies, is this how Ian's balls look now after the vasectomy? Fighting for Animals says, how'd you manage to make potatoes look unappealing?
Yeah, lots of potatoes for 2 people.
Canned Beef says, I have to say, everything you make looks delicious. I need a cookbook.
You're a sick bastard.
She also posted this picture with the caption, I made lemongrass and tofu vermicelli bowls for dinner. And here is that full picture. And Aidsolf replies, Idubs desperately needs a steak.
Yeah, he got very thin, like rail thin.
Your vegan crap is lacking in many crucial nutrients only found in meat, and is causing you both health problems. Mike says, so this is how items became so soy. Then, just a couple days ago, Ethan Klein put some Instagram stories out about Anisa, and also Anisa herself.
Uh-oh, because you know Ethan Klein and the Jomhas, which, by the way, I found it really weird. You want to talk about how much of a pussy iDubbbz is? He took his wife's last name. So when they got married, he, the man, took the wife's last name and said it's more modern and more men should do it. You're just a pussy, Ian.
Posted them with the caption, I see Ethan Klein is having a normal one today. And the first one is this screenshot they attached with the picture of the bagel that we looked at earlier. And this was just a screenshot that Anisa posted, but the full clip is on the I Miss the Old Idubbbz subreddit that Chip Kipling posted with the caption, deleted TikTok of Anisa's bitterness.
People in prison eat better than iDubbbz, yeah.
Towards Ian really shining through at 2021. And here's that clip.
We chill on like asking, you know, if Ian's here or whatever. Like I get it's funny or whatever, but I don't know, I've spent like the past 4 years.
Oh, we got Alex with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much to Alex. If you get a membership in the chat, please thank Alex and spam W Alex in the chat. Thank you so much, dude. And also, since we have this going on, you notice we have a goal going on. So if we get 25 memberships, we're going to have a Quarterin or Ethan Ralph stream as well on another day. So thank you to Alex. Thank you to that. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, dude.
Years living in his shadow, so to speak. And like I've been trying to do my own thing on the internet for 7 years before I even met him. And
yeah, and the thing with Anisa, so she's in the shadow of iDubbbz before they get together. Then all of a sudden, she overpowers him. She tries to take his clout. And that's what she does, the succubus, if you will. Sucks the life energy out of a man, not in a good way, and then destroys him, takes that clout, and then eventually the succubus moves on to the next victim, looking for more clout or money.
it is painful. So that'd be great. Yeah, I'd rather have 5 people want to be here for me than like a bunch asking for Ian. Thanks.
Back over to Anisa's post, she screenshots Ethan's story, where Ethan says, sorry.
So basically what she did was she took this guy that was pushing these edgy jokes, that was loved by the internet, broke him down, made him into a pussy so she could feel better about herself and be a content creator off his clout.
But this is legitimately hilarious, and I am very proud of this creation. It's an old post he made parodying Anisa, where she said, tried a new recipe with active dry yeast and maple syrup in the dough, and it's a huge improvement. Tastiest bagel I've made so far. And Ethan says, who reads Mein Kampf while eating a bagel? Circling this edit he made where he put Mein Kampf in the background of her photo.
I was going to say, hopefully she doesn't read that.
Reviewed this on stream. As you can see, here is the H3 post, and an Anon 6 posted on the r/.
Yeah, see, Denny's patrons 1,399 out of 1,500.
I miss the old iDubbbz subreddit with the caption, despite starting the H3 beef, iDubbbz begs for mercy and admits the content cop was weak.
Multiple instances of Ethan Klein either implying, inferring, or outright saying that he wants to essentially stalk and harass me, Anisa, and I'm sure plenty of other people until we are run off the internet. Like,
he still doesn't get it too. So this is all content. There's also a reason why people cover PWR, people cover DSP, people cover RTU, which is going down because he's so boring. It's content. Nobody's saying, we're going to run you off the internet, blah, blah, blah. Like with PWR, for example, he's the infinite content glitch. He's always doing something, so people are always covering him. There's no one saying, I'm going to get you off the internet, I'm going to destroy you, blah, blah, blah. They're like, just crack out. Just do what you want. We'll just talk about it.
that
And just like DSP with iDubbbz, anyone that laughs at him, anyone that criticizes him, those are his enemies. And they should not be able to do that.
like, he has said that proudly. And I'm just like, the content cop wasn't that bad. Like, if you're going to be that bitch made, like, I think you should be the one getting off the internet, because that content cop, even by my biggest haters, they're like, oh yeah, that content cop was weak. So why are you acting like it's gloves off time to endlessly harass someone?
Oh yeah, so iDubbbz did a content cop. He brought it back on H3H3, which blew up in his face because he had like Hassan and Fraga and all those people doing like Fortnite dances. It was one of the weakest ones. And some of those people actually got sued because Ethan Klein copyright claimed that because he actually registered it as a content piece. And I think some of them are still suing him, or some of them are still getting sued by him too.
Because it was so...
Oh yeah, your comment on PWR song had me crying, extremely savage. Yes. Yes. Which is funny too, because a lot of people think that what was the guy named Raw Dog is PWR's alternative profile.
Was that it? It clearly didn't end his career. Like, it was just a fucking video of me expressing my grievances.
In explanation, Feisty replies, so first the content cop was a plea to a friend to get help. Then it was a defense of Hassan and his friends from harassment. Now it was just a video of his grievances. And OK Traffic replies, Nicholas Diorio had a great line in one video. Basically, they are constantly trying to retcon the past, but they keep forgetting what their last retcon.
Quit talking about them and things will work out themselves out. Well, that's the thing. That's about cows, is they can't stand people talking about them. So they constantly have to take the bait. Well, look at RTU. Every single time someone says something, he makes a video about it. He puts it in the stream. He has to always respond, and he doesn't realize they keep doing it to get a reaction out of you. So when you stop doing that, they stop getting the reaction, they move on to someone else. But of course, the cows, one way they are cows is no self-awareness. It's because on AIM stream, he answered a question as if he was PWR and on an alt. Yes. Because it was during that interview when he was talking about his cousin and all that. And he asked him if it was an alternative. And he never really responded to it. He kind of like word salad looped around it.
Was because they are dumb. And Stunning Drawer replies, as someone who was only introduced to Diorio with this drama, he is surprisingly both very dumb and very insightful sometimes. Like, he's keen to point out bias in both the left and right, but he also unironically...
Yeah, they have to take the bait to stay relative and continue making money.
Thought the FOMO subreddit was pronounced Foxmoy. Jodorito says, it's gloves off time because you were fucking friends for a decade and it was a huge betrayal. And Object Office says, don't forget, huge betrayal of a friend by justifying people trying to take his kids away. Encounters Are Dry says, he directly said, the CPS call made it gloves off time. Also, his content deputy was the real killer, when the whole video was justifying the CPS call. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Akiko, Salsao, Coldest Bandito, and...
Okay, I think that's the end of that one. So that was Internet Versus. If you like that video, go subscribe to him. But we're not done yet. So now, people are going to confront iDubbbz through Anisa about Anisa talking for Ian and how she dominates him. And he has like this piss and pussy reaction to it. And he kind of backs her up. It's pathetic.
Where did it go?
Oh, I find it odd how much you speak on his behalf when he's right there. How do you feel about that, Ian?
I like it because I'm distracted a lot of the time. I don't.
What does that even mean? Oh, you can speak for me because I'm distracted. That's the CTE. That's him with his blows on his head. And he's so used to Anisa going, do what I say. You better agree with me.
I don't know. I'll speak on your behalf.
Do you feel like I speak too much for you? Like in this,
I don't think so. You know me better than like I think it's a weird accusation. Well, I shouldn't say it's weird. The reason Anisa does it is because whatever the topic is, she's filling in the blank.
It's because you're a dumbass that doesn't know how to speak. And it's weird too because I see these two talking to each other. It doesn't even look like husband and wife. Doesn't look like someone that's in a relationship. It looks like roommates, just like Phil and Kat.
I don't say it for myself, I think, a lot of the times. I don't like coming across as like rambly. And
was Ian a bigger creator than Anisa was when they got together? Yes. iDubbbz was one of the biggest content creators on the planet. And then Anisa was like an upcoming but like smaller creator. So she attached herself like a parasite to Ian, sissified him, and became basically his master, and he was her bitch. Yeah, he is whipped. He's actually scary whipped.
And like not make a point. I think you get to the point more. I don't think you, I don't know. This is actually a perfect example of it right now.
It makes me so sad because I can see it happening in your brain because you're saying good things, but then I think you just start talking to yourself, and then you
that's exactly it. That's so great.
Yeah, I don't trust you to talk. I'm gonna talk for you because you're a dumbass and I know better than you. That's basically what she's saying.
Crazy.
Okay, so next up. So someone asked in the chat earlier about them having kids. Anisa was after Ian's clout, yes. So when he was on the downfall and becoming less popular is when she attached to him. So someone in the chat earlier was talking about him and her having kids together. So this is going to be iDubbbz and Anisa talking about having kids, where she says, we're not having kids. And he says, well, there might be a possibility. And she basically shuts him down, telling him, we're not having kids. And this is a weird, weird thing from a married couple.
I don't think we're having kids. Do you think we're having kids?
If life gets easier and we feel like
Life gets easier, like, you're not a huge bitch, and you let me talk for myself.
there is more to life, then yeah.
We joke, but if it was the other way around, people would be extremely concerned. That is true.
Yes, we will have kids.
That sounded
I believe.
super. If we find out there's more to life, wait, like more to life to be had if we have kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like this is one of these situations where a couple goes through the bad patches. They don't like each other, but they have a kid just to stay together. And I have a feeling that might happen in the future. Because Ian would be like, please don't leave me. I know I'm your bitch, but please, let's just have a kid. And that kid will make him a bitch too.
What did it sound like?
This is sounded a little dark.
Dark?
I don't think we're having kids. Do you think?
So next up. So this is really, really weird. So this is Anisa saying that she keeps trying to get iDubbbz to let him be pegged by her. And she says it over and over and how disappointed and sad she is about it. And he won't let her get into the peg and stuff.
Listen, okay? If whatever Ian wants in the bedroom, he gets. The one thing he doesn't want is to be pegged. Am I sad about it? A little bit. But that's life.
All right, we're gonna.
Yeah, so this is Baron. So I'm going to skip through this. So we're going to hear Anisa talking here. Oh, okay, that's her singing. Pay ad. There we go.
OnlyFans career didn't work out too well.
So we're going to take a look at part of one of Anisa's streams first.
No wonder Ethan's brain is so fucking cooked. Because he goes on all.
So you hear that? How fucking cooked his brain is. Remember, he has CTE from the boxing, and this is his wife saying he's fucking brain dead. He's like Jade, dude.
All these hate forums, and I've noticed no matter where you are in any of these like alt-right hate forums, at the top of it is a sexual frustration. Like the pillar of the hate forum, whether it's on Reddit or Kiwi Farms or wherever, is like this sexual focus and frustration on like Hassan.
You got to give it to Anisa. At least she's
Yeah, she really wants to fuck us on. Like she's always talking about him and bowling balls. You'll see.
Egg my husband. It's only those three.
Please. Some weird.
Like she has this weird fantasy about Hassan, and I have a feeling if she ever left Ian, it would be for Hassan. Even though Hassan is dating another streamer, because she wants that clout. She'll always look for the bigger content creator. Did you hear Anisa saying that they let the tattoo... What? They don't even choose their own tattoos? Well, like you said, yeah, it shows.
That's chat. There's always weird. I let them congregate here. Cuz it's important to have a back and forth. There's a big difference between making a joke that the dude looks smelly and saying he appeals to every demo on OnlyFans. You can't
I think she's talking about her husband there. She also said her husband smells too.
tell me, okay? I hate that this was fucking clipped and everybody was like shitting themselves as if this isn't fucking true. There is no one I've met on this planet, okay, that has a chokehold on the gay community. Gay men, straight women, bi women. I have never seen hornier. Gay men love Hassan.
I mean, she just can't stop. And she's got this...
Yeah. So she's talking about everybody fascinated with Hassan and wanting to fuck him and stuff.
OnlyFans content.
The humiliation just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
The loudest, horniest people online for Hassan are men, whether they're gay men or straight men that have not grappled with their sexuality yet.
Yeah, she goes on about how she wants to fuck him.
Okay? That's the point I was trying to make.
What?
Well, she's referring back to when she said, like, Hassan's the sexiest man on earth and I'm slipping off my chair. Remember that?
Yeah, she's sliding
right here.
A bit of and get your little...
that's awesome. So she said basically a lot of people wanted to grab Hassan like a bowling ball. Oh, Dash, did you check her break-in PWR about the dumb... Oh, I didn't see that. I'll have to look into that then. Who needs enemies of a wife like that?
Just put it away. Calm down. Have a bit of dignity.
There is something called oversharing, Anisa.
Again, deal with that on your own time. Mine too, girl. I think it would be fun, okay? But that's life.
She's talking about Peg and Ian right here. About how she thinks it would be fun to fuck him in the ass with a strap on. But apparently, he doesn't want it, and she's been constantly trying to get him to do it.
I think it would be fun, okay? But that's life. He doesn't like butt stuff. What do you want me to do? I think he said that like 20 times.
So think about that. 20 times she kept bringing up trying to fuck him in the ass with a strap on. So as a relationship, there should be boundaries. So first time you go, are you into this? No? Okay, I won't push it. But to go 20 times over and over, spread your cheeks for me, Ian. Spread them cheeks right now. You know you want to. Like, holy shit. Okay, we're done with that. Damn, okay. So this must be before Ian. Like, look at that. See, I wouldn't be surprised if PWR fell in love with this version of Anisa. Like, I can definitely see this version being more loved for two different reasons. But let's see. Anisa abusing iDubbbz for over 5 minutes straight, and you notice this is before the tattoos as well.
There was a TikTok that came out from a girl who
Nah, don't believe her. It's already happened. Yeah.
Went on a date with Ian before he met me. and she said that he took her to Cheesecake Factory and he didn't pay, which I totally believe.
See that? You know why he didn't pay? Because he's broke. He's a bitch.
Is Ian's gagging real? His burping is real. His
Gagging? What do you fucking mean?
Oh,
Does he gag?
are you talking about his?
Probably when he's sucking dick.
This is like fucking no. Ian's not sick. Ian did not go through any surgery. Ian's just a fucking retard.
So there's his wife saying that Ian is a fucking retard.
He recently in his videos he'll do that little like, he's doing like this message like, if you've noticed my burp is a little bit quieter than usual, I'm going through some sort of fucking, he puts in some science and then says I had an operation. Yeah, I went through a 72-hour operation, his two most recent ones.
So imagine your wife doing an interview talking about you like this.
It's
really weird.
No, he's not sick. He burps a fuck ton. It's a diet thing. He eats like shit.
How many times do you hear my
Well, who cooks for him, Anisa? Who cooks for him?
name's Jeff?
All the time. Like in public, it's really bad.
Yeah, I think if you shaved the mustache and trimmed up the mullet, I think you would appeal to gay and bisexual men most.
Okay, so now, not only she's talking about Hassan being like the ultimate fucker, she's now saying to her husband, oh, you should appeal to gay man. Maybe she's trying to turn Ian on the other side so he becomes gay so she can go fuck Hassan. Yeah, what a loving wife.
Bisexual man, that would be my strategy.
No, and bisexual women. I think actually your strongest demographic is bisexual women right now, as is.
Okay.
I let a woman get away once, maybe twice, about asking. After that, it shows they don't respect boundaries. Exactly. It's the same as a dude pressuring a girl for sexual favor. That shit's not cool. That's right. And there has to be those boundaries. There has to be consent. So if your partner is not comfortable with something, if your wife or girlfriend or whatever says, I don't like this, don't pressure them. That's not cool.
Like, I actually don't think there's a world
where I appeal
where
to straight women.
you could appeal to straight
You know what?
women.
I think you're
Remember, Anisa is a straight woman, so she's basically in a way saying, I don't find you attractive.
right. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. That lines up with my history.
Appealing to like straight women, specifically straight women, I think would be, it's just not, your vibe is not, it doesn't really. Have you ever considered opening up an OnlyFans?
Me?
Oh god, hopefully he never does.
Yeah.
I start to consider it when I freaking look in the mirror about to shower. I'm like, yeah, I've been working hard.
Oh, they can be the husband and wife
I'm not
OnlyFans.
opposed to it. I think
Femboy arc, yeah.
femboy arc.
Yeah. I don't know, you have a lot of
So now, let's sum this up. She wants him to shave the mustache so he can appeal to gay and bisexual men, get an OnlyFans, and then also appeal to femboys. Basically, PWR. She wants PWR to fuck her husband.
you have a lot of range.
Yeah. Someone said, is there a look that appeals to everyone? Or what look appeals to everyone?
Hassan Abi appeals to everyone.
Imagine your wife saying, oh, you don't appeal to straight women, you only appeal to gay and bisexual men, and then goes, oh yeah, everyone wants to fuck Hassan. Like, that's emasculating, saying, from your wife too, saying, oh, I would rather fuck this other guy than you.
It's so funny to say, though.
Part of the reason why I don't want to have a child with you
That is a loaded statement right there. Imagine that coming from your wife.
is because I'm terrified if we have a girl that she's gonna have all your masculine features.
What is wrong with you? No, seriously. What the is actually wrong with you?
Like, she has no filters.
She definitely had a big.
Oh, this is the one we saw before. So this is the coach actually talking about Ian and Anisa here.
Crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment.
It's like shooting a big Godzilla and the Godzilla doing nothing. Just knowing.
Even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it.
So Anisa never gave shout outs to Michael training Ian at all, but she put out the first video of Ian.
And they also said, the trainers, that Ian and Anisa were very, very smelly, and you can smell them across the room too.
Like getting hit, rocked in sparring when Ian was sparring with her crush. Yeah,
it was our friend Gabe.
She shared it.
Yeah,
and we have a clip too. You guys can show.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
On those jabs. Nice 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, she doesn't care if it doesn't involve Gabe there.
Our hairdresser walked up to us, who's also Ian's sparring partner, when we were waiting to get our hair cut, and he was like, "Ian, you're allowed to smile."
Well, with a wife like you, it's hard to smile, be happy about it.
Am I more of a bitch than Ian? Yes.
Well, Ian's a pussy, you're a bitch.
Yes. And I think that's why a lot of people seem to think that I have some sort of special control. I don't. I just have less control over my mouth. So, sorry, I'm being paid to ask a question. When are you going to divorce Ian so he can go back to his old self? Also, I have 2 more. Hey, man, I'm sorry. He's forever my victim. I
like how she describes him as victim. Not husband, not partner, victim. Because she's a succubus, remember? And the funny thing is, so recently, people noticed she put some marketplace thing on Facebook, and they clicked on her profile, and her profile said she was single. So, PWR, you might have a chance there, buddy.
put I don't know, 5 milligrams of lead to keep him docile. It's never happening. And it's specifically because I enjoy you guys having your childhood hero ripped away from you. I get.
So she's talking about the content cop iDubbbz. So she's enjoying taking the iDubbbz that everyone loved when he was at the top of YouTube, breaking him down like a little bitch, and then flaunting it in people's faces that she did it. This is an evil woman right here. Until she moves on to her next victim.
Get a lot of joy from your life being disrupted. I was thinking about lobotomizing him, but it's expensive. Even here, it's not covered. That's wild. Someone at the casino just theorized you were poisoning Ian and I defended you. That's so insane. No, it's.
But look at that. Look at when she says that. She looks to the side, almost like she seems guilty.
You were poisoning
Watch.
Ian and I defended
She'll look
you.
this way.
That's so insane. No, it's true. I am poisoning him. I'm going to up the dosage soon to prove it to you. Next stream, Ian won't even be able to finish sentences. That's how you.
Well, he already can't finish sentences.
You'll know.
He can't even speak for himself when you're there.
You know something? At least he's honest. At least.
There's George Carlin. Then we have iDubbbz and Anisa being unhappy for over 8 minutes straight. Yeah, this is the part. Shit.
You posting euphoria memes won't change the fact that I'm eating good food, living life, petting dogs, and laughing at
Oh,
you
we saw
yelling
this
about
earlier.
my sex life. You can't even get a good night's sleep judging by those eye bags.
Notice how she doesn't mention her husband when trying to describe how good her life is.
Yeah, everything about her life apparently is good, except for her husband.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I know people.
Again, as she says, I'm the happiest I've ever been, she looks to the side, almost like she's lying. That is a body tell that you're lying.
I'm the happiest I've ever.
See, she's looking to the side there. Because that's when people lie, is they look away to the side.
Been. I know people are like,
Cope.
But I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
So that was a fucking lie.
It's crazy what a little CTE or the love.
Damn, look at the difference between him. So the one on the left is Content Cop iDubbbz at the top of YouTube. The one on the right is after he hooked up with Anisa. That's what bad pussy does to you.
Of a woman will do to you.
We're gonna ask him if you've always been shitting.
What is that? What are those goals?
CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
We're gonna ask.
So we have 500 eat 3 spaghetti, 1K open coconut challenge, 5K throat chump, ice bucket challenge, cinnamon challenge, remove mustard, girly pop. What the fuck are those? Critical Role Foundation. Did they ever sell their house? I don't think so. Yeah, she's seriously disturbed. It can be, not always. You look for multiple tells, yeah. With the lion, yeah.
If you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS.
Remember, she said this out of the blue too.
You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
Has he always had IBS? Ian's just looking like a shriveled. You look like the grandma from SpongeBob.
Wow.
The chocolate grandma. You
What a nice wife.
know what I'm talking about?
It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman
What a great wife, just absolutely complimenting her husband.
will do to you.
One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian
So this is their trainers from the boxing event.
was hungry.
It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
Do you feel like I
250K go bald. Well, okay then.
speak too much for you? Like in this
I don't think so. You know me better than like I've.
I feel like I want to hear trumpets right now for the Raw Phil song.
I think it's a weird.
Yeah, so this one here, I think he lost his boxing match. Anisa said, called it prayer hands.
It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
You're not kind to yourself. You've never been.
Ian got a surprise gift in the mail from our Creator Clash partners. Even in make-believe land, Ian can't seem to win. Remember, this is his wife saying this.
Kind to yourself, and you'll never share. Like if you're in a room with a bunch of people and people are talking about like what they accomplish or what they've done, you'll never ever speak up about that.
It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
This next question's very salacious, so it's totally up to you. You can pretend like you don't even know what I'm
Oh, I think he's doing an interview with the coaches here again, the boxing coaches.
talking about, if you want. But what I've heard is that she was hitting on one of his sparring partners.
Gorgeous Gabe.
And was obsessed with him and gave him a VIP pass to the event.
A lot of his sparring partners got the passes, but she definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. And then even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it. And then
Yeah, because she hates her husband.
I
He's a sadist. However it's
want
pronounced.
to say that before. So Anisa never gave shoutouts to Michael training Ian at all, but she put out the first video of Ian like getting rocked in sparring when Ian was sparring with her crush.
Yeah, so that's so weird. So your husband is training for this big boxing event, and you're putting out promotions for him training, and the first thing you put out is him getting rocked. Like, you think you put like some good stuff out there, not just, ha ha ha, look at him, my husband's a retard, he got hit.
Yeah, it was our friend Gabe.
She shared it.
Yeah,
And we have a clip too. You guys can share.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I know people are like, cope, but I truly am genuinely the happiest.
Also, look at her arms too. So they're crossed. Usually, when people's arms are crossed, that means they're closed. They don't want to talk. They're uncomfortable. Now, you mix that with the eyes, the body language is out there. Look at their legs being closed against the other person. Everything's coming together. They're barely looking at each other as well.
I've ever been.
He's like, our brand is at stake. we're $500,000 in the hole right now. And we're like,
I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that at that time. I think a lot of the fighters would have liked to have known that. I don't think none of them needed to be in the dark about that, you know?
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I know people are like, cope, but I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
Say that again. Say that again.
they were negative 500K before the event.
Yes.
So going up to the event with the ticket sales and the PPV sales, when the event started, they knew they were down $500,000.
Yes.
And also keep in mind too, they were down 500,000 when it began. They had the refund Creator Clash 3 because it never happened. So that put them even more in debt. But they're always saying that they're rich, they have no money problems. But you know what? He's broke. Their body language mirroring each other, which is legit creepy. Yes, that is true.
Keep in mind that they moved to a bigger venue and they sold a lot of tickets. But before the event had started, they said we're fine. So the reason we found this out was because I wanted Ian to start doing 2 training sessions a day. And I said, Ian, you need to start doing 2-a-days. And he was like, why should I do 2-a-days? And I told him, I was like, Ian, you're not good at boxing, man. My brand is at stake. So you need to do 2-a-days. That's what pro boxers do.
Yeah, you don't want a boxer that loses because that's going to rep on yourself as well.
And so I
Wait,
told
did you
him
actually say that to him?
Yeah, yes. And then I told
You don't want to be known as the guy who produced losers in boxing.
him, I said, my brand is on the line. I said, you can go back to YouTube. My whole life is fighting and coaching fighters. And I'm like, so if you don't have a good performance, that's going to look bad on me. After the first event, for the first event, he didn't do any of his cardio. So that's why I ended up gassing out so bad.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I know people are like,
Wow, it looks even worse in slow motion.
Cope, but I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
Went to a range day with me one time. We used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
Well, that's an interesting way to start this clip.
Basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. And
see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, this is my OnlyFans. And this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and said I was making fun of Anisa and
So this guy made an OnlyFans, took a picture of him touching his meat, sent it to Ian. I'm willing to bet Ian probably jerked off to it because he's like, oh yeah, finally getting something. But then he got upset because he's making fun of his wife. How is that possible? Maybe he thinks, oh, he's showing off. He's going to send it to my wife. If you can tell someone they are useless when they start to believe it, and eventually they will accept it and just won't try anymore. Okay.
I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting
How would that make fun of his wife though?
at home during COVID, and
You'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
yeah, it was he
Shit
said
like
stuff like that. Haven't talked to him since.
Wait, so he was mad, Ian was mad, because this guy sent that picture to him, which apparently upset his wife because he's not an ally? I have no idea what that even means.
Since that was 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Don't you have a husband?
I look and cook like this. He's not.
We've seen your cooking, and that's the picture that PWR fell in love with, by the way. But remember, PWR also likes trans women that are trashy. So he was doing a stream one day where he was rating transgender models. And the one that stuck out that got him hot, he got fired up, dude, over the transgender that had shorts on that said trashy on the ass. He's like, yeah, she's trashy, dude. I'm pretty sure he got an erection, started jerking off after stream.
Concerned.
I look and cook like this. He's not concerned. Wouldn't statements like this inadvertently spread the harmful patriarchal stereotype
That's Donut Operator? I don't know who that is.
that a woman's value should be determined by how good looking they are or whether or not they can cook?
Yeah, this guy brings up a good point. So Anisa's always talking about feminism things. So she's talking about women's power and all this other stuff. But she based what her value is on how she looks and how she cooks, which is both horrible.
You don't believe what you say.
That's the worst feminist ever.
Do you?
I personally love cooking and I think anyone would enjoy having a hot partner. You're the one attaching it to my gender, not me.
You said people who are against you doing OnlyFans hate women. Why does you enjoying being attractive and cooking have nothing to do with gender, but people not liking OnlyFans have everything to do with gender? Men do OnlyFans too, you know that, right? People don't like that either.
Of course, this is a classic cow thing here. Oh, you proved me wrong? Guess what? You get blocked, dude.
I gotta tell you guys something. I was doing research for this video on Twitter, and I came across something that's so true that's scary. First, Ian and Anisa bully someone online.
It kind of pisses me off to hear that shit because
Donut Operator, he's an ex-con or ex-cop. Gun YouTuber, does some good stuff and is pretty funny. I'll have to look into it.
I'm like, what are we doing? What are we saying? He needs a hug? No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.
He didn't even look confident trying to be a badass.
Fuckers that are looking at this right now, I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you would cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life and you have cried.
Okay, I'll take 500 for things that never happened.
You cried and apologized to me, and you even said that I made you feel like a bitch. And I'm glad that I did.
That never
to be
happened.
honest.
This stream has been very informative. Didn't know much about them. This is just the tip of the iceberg, my friend. There is so much more about them.
More people should do that to you.
They caused some YouTube drama.
I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anisa.
Just tell me, did he act like an adult in the first one? Because like the Fortnite dance, did we already forget?
This man went this.
Oh yeah, so what they're doing right here, the little thing in the background, we talked about how, I think a year or two ago, iDubbbz did a content cop on Ethan Klein, but it was like the watered down, modern day pussy version of iDubbbz. And when I said they did Fortnite dances, I was not joking. So this is them, Fraga, Hassan, and I think there's a person named Denim. That's their big thing, doing Fortnite dances.
This man said to me, I thought you would act like an adult.
Yeah, see, look at this. So Hassan's here, you got pussified Ian, and then you have the other like left-wing style creators that hate Ethan Klein doing Fortnite dances. Now keep in mind, Hassan and also Fraga, this person right here, have claimed that 9/11 was a good thing and the US deserved it. I'll leave that at what you will. It must make you feel bad if you do OnlyFans and you're struggling for money. It's all on you and how you look. You know what the worst part is? If you do OnlyFans and you don't make money and all your videos and photos are out there for anyone to see, you basically did for nothing and ruined your whole life.
Did you think that when you were Fortnite dancing, Elling with all of the people that have been trying to ruin my life? Sorry.
Their horrible behavior.
Oh yeah. So Nova Online also tried to do OnlyFans. And someone leaked it on, I think it was Pornhub too.
Behavior backfires pretty quickly.
And the sad part is he didn't make any money, Nova Online, on it. So someone leaked it. And then all his stuff is out there, and he didn't make any money.
Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anisa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash.
No. What happened was everyone canceled on you. You scheduled that event to go against a UFC pay-per-view, and also you ran out of money.
And afterwards, what do? They play
You like the iDub and Sam Hyde video? Yeah.
the victim.
You know, I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come to
Well, the problem is your partner online is very toxic. They attack everyone else and then claim victim once other people clap back.
their defense, that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
I feel like more.
What is this photo right here? Why does she have random old people, like one shirtless and one in their tank top? Oh, we got like some back tattoos right here. You notice something here? She has no pictures of Ian or herself.
More people hate me than Onision.
I thought Nova doing OnlyFans was a joke. No. He ran out of money. And then all of a sudden, he did it. He tried to make it like a secret OnlyFans. And he told someone in his Discord, I think it was like his 8th Discord that got like docs or whatever, that he did it, sent a link. That person downloaded the video and put it on Pornhub.
And maybe it's because I'm in it, like I'm seeing it, but that's what it feels like. I'm like this. You can actually tell when I'm having a terrible day.
Look at that Anisa right there, before all the tattoos. See, that's the Anisa I would like, not the trailer park trash whore that she turned into. She still got a bitch attitude though. Do not recommend. Do not look at the Nova Online stuff, the OnlyFans stuff. Absolutely disgusting. I'm so glad I got away from it without seeing it. Isn't that Ian's chest tattoo on the wall? It's probably his tattoo on the wall, but not him.
Because I will not shut up on Twitter. I will.
Because those are probably like tattoo ideas they had. So they'll put like pictures of the tattoos on there, but not of the person.
Not fucking shut up. I will tweet the stupidest shit. That's how you can tell I'm having a bad day.
That explains a lot. Oh, look. It's a picture I took of you the first time I ever came here.
With SpongeBob.
Look at you, so...
Look at that. So this is Ian and Anisa before all the succubus, before all the tattoos, before all the pussified stuff. Man, oh man. What a world. What a world. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. So guys, if you like that, please like the stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you to Alex for the very generous 10-member bomb tonight. And as always, we will be back, I believe, Thursday. Special time, though. It'll be in the afternoon or day. I'll put the page up on Wednesday night for Thursday. It'll be the Robust Podcast. It will be pickle time. But not only that, we will be talking about Bossman Jack. And it'll be very interesting because he just recently got arrested again on his birthday. Will that be the end of Bossman Jack? We will see. And we got Alex with 20 bad moments and reacts gift memberships. Damn, dude. Thank you so much. Which means, guys, you know what that means, guys? We just hit the goal. We just hit the goal. So we will either have a Quarterin or Ralph stream next week. So W's in the chat for Alex. Thank you to Alex, to anyone that gets it. Thank Alex, please. So the question is now, guys, what would you rather have next week? A Quarterin stream, a Ralph stream, or a combination of both Quarterin and Ralph? So let me know. Especially Alex, since you're with the member bomb there, especially if you want either one or a combination of both. But yeah, Thursday, we will have the Robust Podcast back. It'll be in the day or afternoon. I'll have the page up Wednesday night for Thursday. Pickle time, Robust Podcast. And then on Friday, we will have the most disgusting ever stream. It will be a dead stream, a DSP dead stream. If you thought Derek was bad, we have someone worse than Derek, which is Redemption Games. You will not believe how sick and degenerate this person is. So Friday night will be Redemption Games. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a DSP weekend review for DSP on Sunday. I'm for either, but there's been so much quarter pounded. My vote is for Ralphin or both. Okay, we'll do both then. We'll do a mixture of Quarterin and Ralph stuff. So we'll do like a combination stream. Tuesday, April 28th, will be another episode of the Robust Podcast, which will be Misery Merchants talking about DSP, talking about all the stuff going on in the DSP verse. And then we will have some mystery streams as well, included the Quarterin / Ethan Ralph stream. Guys, as always, thank you so much for today. And don't forget, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love. Until next time.
Another begging stream, another fabrication fails on the ropes, the lights are dim, the walls are closing in, another dead in his ego, another grift begins. He believes the trolls, the haters, the algorithms are rigged, but truth is hard to bid, a pill, a consequence unfig. He built his throne on lies, our curated careful scams, now dash fires burning bright, exposing all the shams. But the trolls, the haters, the algorithms are rigged, but truth is hard to bid, a pill, a consequence unfig. He built his throne on lies, our curated careful scams, now dash fires burning bright, exposing all the shams. Crash out in your reign is done, the empire's crumbling down. Dash fires with the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more paid bodies, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out in your pockets bleed, your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend, it won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling your true color.